Use the following equation to rewrite the equation in vertex form. So we are going to use the completing the square method to do that. So I'm going to start by moving the 16 over to the opposite side by adding it. Then I need to factor out a negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is a 1. Bring down the x squared. Negative 12 divided by negative 2 is a 6. Bring down the x. Okay, only focus on this part of the trinomial. I'm going to take the b and I'm going to divide the b by 2. 6 divided by 2 is a 3. Notice that this is what we're going to come back to. This tells us this specific number, and this sign tell us in advance what will be in the next parenthesis. 3 squared is 9. I did not just add 9 to the right. In fact, I added a negative 18. So to keep the equation balanced, I added negative 18 to the left. Combining like terms. Now I can rewrite this portion as x plus 3 quantity squared. This is equivalent to this, bringing down the negative 2. Now taking this negative 2 from the left and bringing it back over to the right hand side. This comes over, it is a positive 2. And this is vertex form. So these are equivalent forms. This is standard, this is vertex. Notice that we have a y-intercept of 0 and negative 16, and we have a vertex of negative 3 and positive 2. Okay, we're asked to take the same equation and now rewrite it in factored form. Remember, you can always refer, if you forget how to do this, or it's not factorable, you could refer to the quadratic equation to do that if you're struggling. Okay, so how do we do this? I'm going to start by factoring out a negative 2. So I'm going to divide each one of these three terms by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is a 1, bring down the x squared. Negative 12 divided by negative 2, and negative 16 divided by negative 2. Is this factorable? Can I think of two numbers that multiply to give us 8 and add to give us 6? That'd be 4, positive 4, and positive 2. And you don't have to worry about taking and dividing by this number because it's a 1. This is factored form, also known as intercept form. By the way, what does it tell us? It tells us that the x-intercepts would be negative 4, 0 and negative 2, 0. So what is the domain and range? Part C. Well, I'm going to do a rough graph that I can refer back to. So I know the y-intercept is 0, negative 16. I know the x-intercepts would be negative 4 and negative 2. Negative 4 and negative 2. And I know it goes upside down because the leading coefficient is negative. And we have a vertex of negative 3, 2. So it's looking something like this. Okay, so what is the domain? The domain of all quadratic functions is negative infinity to positive because there's no limit how far it goes to the right or left. The range starts from the bottom. No limit how far down it goes. It goes up as high as, remember this vertex is negative 3, 2. So it goes up as high as 2 and we include that. It's part of the function. Real roots, also known as your x-intercepts, is negative 4, 0 and negative 2, 0. Your y-intercept is 0 and negative 16. And if we refer back to the graph, we can see as you go to the far left or to the far right, in both cases, it is heading downward.